Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Hearing Things with Julie and Brad. Today, we are talking about apologizing for our disability. What that means, why we do it, thoughts on it, the whole thing. Here's what I mean when I say that. My interpretation is that there have been times where I have led with, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hearing impaired. Could you please repeat that?" Blah, 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 blah. Last couple of years, I've been extremely deliberate in eliminating that first part from anything I say related to my disability. Because why am I bringing myself down to make someone else comfortable?
Right.
It's a part of me. It is what it is. I need assistance. Here's how we're going to get there. Okay? So instead of saying, "Oh, I'm sorry I'm bothering you," or "I'm sorry I have this need that I can't help but have. I'm sorry that's going to be an inconvenience for both of us during this transaction," I'm eliminating it. So I'm saying this instead. "Oh, hi, I'm hearing impaired. I wish for hearing aids. Would you mind helping me with XYZ? Or would you please do whatever? Or I need you to help me blah, 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 blah," whatever it happens to be. It just changes the tone. It gives the person with a disability ownership. It helps your self-advocacy. You're still being assertive but not rude. And you're not making yourself smaller for someone else's comfort. So there.
Yes.
That's what I have to say about that. What do you got?
So
I have more.
of
but
course.
just
So I'll talk a little bit now. So I do apologize for it, and I have a lot of, not a lot, but there are regular interactions like at the library where I have to have people repeat themselves multiple times, and then it's always like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just not getting it," and I know that's not something I should be doing because there is nothing to apologize for. We've mentioned the book Here and Beyond by Sherry Edwards and Gail Hanen multiple times, and I'll say that's the book that helped me realize that communication, it takes two to tango, right? It's a two-way street, and in order to have a communication of any sort, both parties need to work together. It's not just on me to hear the other person, and sometimes it's impossible for me to hear all I need to hear for the other person. So there shouldn't be any apologizing. That said, it's something I still struggle with. I'm doing better after I read the book, and since we've been working together, I know there's nothing to apologize for. But sometimes I still feel sorry that I have to ask for people to repeat themselves or write something down or stuff like that. It's an ongoing process for me, and so it is actually helpful to hear that you had that issue where you led with "I'm sorry," because it's so habitual, right? And I think that's you hear it all the time for people who have normal hearing, right? Because everybody misses something eventually, and so you hear people, "Oh, I'm sorry, what'd you say?" or something like that. It's so common; it rolls off the tongue really easily. But I think it does us a disservice, and so it is something I'm trying to get out of my vocabulary. So what else you got to say?
So I just feel like I said before, I'm diminishing my disability, I'm diminishing myself, and I'm giving the power to the person I'm communicating with for them to feel elevated above me because I'm not intact, right, with my disability. The other thing I was going to add is the opposite, right? So I went to get my flu shot, and I didn't self-disclose because I'm like, I'm just getting a shot, whatever. So I go in and I sit down, and the practitioner asked me something. I don't know what. Should have been prepared for that. I thought we didn't have to talk because we did all the check-in already. Like, what questions do you possibly have to ask?
Yeah.
So I sat down and said something, and I said, "Would you please repeat that? I wear true hearing aids." "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." And they got almost ashamed, right? So it's the other side.
Yeah.
And I took a pause, and I said, "You don't need to apologize. I'm telling you I have a hearing loss right now. Here's what we need to do to make this effective. I need you to face me and speak a little bit louder." This kind of set the tone. But I struggle with that because I don't want the person who's receiving the information to feel badly as if they should have known to do something that they didn't know yet. But then I argue with myself. I'm like, well, you don't have to disclose your hearing loss to every single person you run into to avoid this type of interaction, because then you're right back where you started, apologizing for yourself. And it's really complicated.
Yeah, it's an apology circle at that point, right?
It's brutal. It's ridiculous. So it's just... God, kind of gets me a little nuts because it's all about agency and independence and, God.
We had an episode on self-disclosing, right? And
Yes.
we don't disclose every time because Sometimes it's going to be a quick interaction, and sometimes it takes longer to disclose and get on the same page than the interaction takes for people with normal hearing. And it's frustrating because I hadn't even thought about that part of it. That does happen to me too. Is if I have to have somebody repeat themselves or like bend down and show my hearing aid, and like they get all apologetic, like they should have done something differently, and like. What's the right answer here? I don't think there is a right answer. It's like no one's at fault. Things just went off the rails with the communication, and so I think that apologizing less, I think is on both counts.
Start. It's the confidence.
To normalize the hearing loss,
exactly.
which is what we're trying to do, right? Get the conversation going, put it on people's minds because it does affect us in every area of our lives. The more people that know that someone might have a hearing loss, they would treat something. It's accessibility. They would treat interactions differently. And you're not going to do it all the time, right? Even if we don't do it all the time. And so it's not something that it's an all or nothing. You have to keep trying and keep it on your mind so it's something you think about during interactions.
It's tricky. It's tricky. Yeah. I don't know what the right answer is. I really don't.
I don't think this is one of those cases where there is no right answer because deafness is so personal, right? So my right answer is probably going to be different than yours, and so there's no right answer. I believe, and I think this is the crux of our show, right? Is just to bring these situations to the forefront and get people thinking about hearing and accommodations more in like everyday interactivities.
True.
Yeah, so
it's something to ponder, something to think about. And if anybody has a suggestion of how you handle these types of interactions, either as someone with typical hearing being on the receiving end, or as someone with hearing loss having to get into these sticky situations where you do need to make a choice and you do need to watch your phrasing,
let us know.
Your thoughts. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah, you think so?
Probably not, but we can do a part 2
when
stuff comes up. But we will move on.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for apologizing. And one thing we never apologize for is our love of books. What do you got this week?
This is a choice.
Okay, all right, what do we got?
This is like, okay, I have to admit something publicly. I love reality television.
I'm by, guys.
A reality TV closet watcher.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I've come out now, right? I've opened the door. Here I am. I watch reality TV. I have a particular fondness for the show that was on VH1. This is how far back we're going. Called Mob Wives.
Oh, wow.
Okay? It is beyond outrageous, trashy. I'm embarrassed to be an Italian, but I watch this thing anyway. It's the equivalent of an Italian person who knows how to make their own sauce and meatballs, as we all should, secretly going to the store, getting a can of Prego, and having that for dinner. That's what this feels like.
Okay. All right.
That's what this feels like. Anyway.
Yes.
Mob Daughter by Karen Gravano. Sammy the Bull Gravano was with, what's his name? Teflon Don over there. John Gotti. John Gotti's hitman. Gravano was a informant for the feds. And this is his daughter telling that whole story of her father's history with the mafia, being an informant, and the fallout it had on her and her family. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
The book was good. Like, it was informative. It was entertaining. It was a fast read. But I crack up laughing because the way I learned about her was my watching of this horrific, addictive show.
How many seasons was it?
I forget, 6 or 7.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it went on for a while.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Really sad, though. Big Ange was one of the main characters. She had a bar on Long Island that I'm dying to go to. Oh, Staten Island. She passed away, sadly, a couple of years ago. I was sad when Big Ange died. Big Ange is awesome, and I really wanted to go to her bar, but I never made it while she was alive, so next time I'm in New York City, I'll have to take the ferry over and go find Big Ange's bar in her memory. So
anyway, if she was on a TV show.
I got off the rails again, but anyway, this is Mob Daughter, Karen Gravano, totally off the wall recommendation for me today.
The only reality show I have ever watched, I watched one season of The Real World, the one in San Francisco back in the 90s. It's the only reality show I have ever watched.
You've never seen Road Rules, Semester at Sea?
Nope.
My brother Sean is on that.
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh, maybe I just have to track that.
Yeah,
the whole season?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to track that one down then.
Watch Sean. Sean Sealy, everybody. Road
right.
Rules, Semester at Sea. Give my brother a plug.
There we go. All right. So, So my book is something a little more serious.
Of course it is. Oh, God.
Stamped from the Beginning by Ibram X. Kendi.
He is such an incredible author.
This is the
You're putting that up against Mob Boss by Karen Gravano
Yep.
today? Is this like a public shaming right now?
It's just okay. It's okay to read whatever you want to read.
But you don't compare Mob Boss
But we're
on
not
my
comparing.
day
What did I say?
with this
What did I say
phenomenal author who I respect and whose books I have read.
What did I say before we started this? We never apologize for our books. You like what you like. And this is the book that I chose for today. And so it's basically a history.
I hate you right now.
So this really is the last episode. So everyone, I hope you had fun. But this book goes over, like, it's a meticulously researched history of slavery in America. Mm-hmm. And it's so well written. It's so thick. I had this book as a book group back in 2020 that we read 4 chapters at a time, and we took 9 months to read it. And that's really the only way you can read this kind of book, because it's so exhaustive, and it's a hard read, but it's so worthwhile. And it doesn't matter that it's a different end of the spectrum for books.
It's such incredible, important content.
There is a young
his
adult.
Writing is
he's a great writer.
phenomenal.
Yeah. There is a young adult version.
Yes.
So if you want to, like, kind of, it's the same.
Stamped, right?
Yeah, stamped young adult edition, essentially. Yeah. And so it's the same content. I think it's just scaled down a little bit. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to start there, you could certainly start there. But I would definitely recommend this book. So the shaming has ended. No, I'm kidding.
Has it?
I don't know. Well, comment below if you think the shame should continue. All right, bye, guys.